But the big news is the swimmers in Brazil. One of them took off, the lead guy, the guy who basically, he's been in trouble in the past, very small stuff, 32 years old. They're talking about banning him for life. If everything comes true, that is true. In my view, I'll give you my quick down and dirty synopsis of what happened. They went to a bar, they got a little drunk, they stopped at a gas station, they urinated all over the place, they destroyed the place, or they trashed the place. They thought it was a good idea. There were security guards there because that's what is all gas stations in Brazil because of the high level of crime or people stealing even gas. Were there. They stopped them. There was an altercation inside the washroom. There was a little bit of a shuffle, and the guys tried to get back in the cab. They stopped them, and it looks to me, I've seen the tapes, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 times from CNBC, from CNN, from Fox, from ABC, for all different versions. It does look to me like that when they got in the first cab, they got out because the cab driver wouldn't go. They went in the other cab, and then they put their hands up. So I can't see on camera, but if they put their hands up, it would lead me to believe that they were told to get out at gunpoint. And I believe that they said, this is my interpretation, this is my analysis. If you don't pay for the damages, we're going to call the police and have you arrested. So they paid for the damages, and then when the police arrived, I believe that the gold medalist American swimmer was pissed that he was forced to pay, and came up with this story that he was robbed. Technically, he could he could rationalize in his mind that he got robbed because he had to pay for the bathroom that they fucking trashed. You know what I'm saying? That he felt
Frank, yeah, I think Frank, you're pretty much right on. They broke down the door because the door was locked, and they kicked it down, and they were forced to pay for it, and they did pay for it. But what happened was nothing close to what Ryan Lochte said happened. I mean, his first story said that a gun was put to his face. That never happened. They were not robbed. They were asked to pay for what they did, and that's fair. I mean, they did vandalize the place, and they came back into their village at 6 o'clock in the morning. So obviously they had to come up with some sort of a story as to what the hell they were doing out so late.
I truly believe that he believes he got fucking robbed because he was pissed, and he believes in his logic and his fucking rationale that a gold medalist of his caliber, he's a bit of a cocky guy from what I'm reading, should not have had pay, and that's the story they came up with. And it's a fucking story. First of all, what the fuck you thinking? Hey guys, we had a good time. Why don't we fucking trash the washroom?
Yeah, listen, Ryan Lochte, unfortunately, has a reputation of being a party guy. That's what they were doing. They were out partying. And the problem for him is that they all had a story that they were supposed to stick to. Once they were separated and two of these swimmers were taken off the plane, had their passports revoked, obviously their stories didn't match because they were being threatened. They used the fact that people were afraid of what was going on in Rio and basically saying that the police were corrupt and on the take, and they used that to, come up with this completely fabricated story, and they're going to be in big trouble.
Completely fabricated, Eric, because think about it. They were basically, like any place. If you get caught stealing, right?
Yeah.
Or you do something. And I was telling one of our producers that there was a party at my restaurant one day, and I happened to get there. I happened to be there, and three morons had decided to take a fucking fire extinguisher and go in the men's washroom and spray the walls.
Wow.
That didn't work out too good for them because I was there. What I'm saying to like when I was talking to the three fucking morons, I said, why, you're here, you're celebrating, you're having a good time, why the fuck would you do this? So I said, you're going to pay, or I'll call the police and have you arrested.
Yeah,
cost you more when you got to get a lawyer and this and that. So they paid. But they had no answer. Why? I've never in my fucking life vandalized anything. So these guys, I really believe the ringleader is the one who left them holding the fucking bag and went back to the United States, right?
Yeah, no, Ryan Lochte was definitely the ringleader here, and you're right.
Those guys, the truth is going to come out before this interrogation that they went along with his story, that they didn't get robbed, and they're sorry, and they apologize. And I'm sure that the Brazilian police and the judge, that's right, what he wants. He knows, the judge knows what the fuck happened, but the judge is pissed that, and so is law enforcement there, that they are using the bad things that are happening internally to Brazil, where there's anarchy and guys are dressing up as cops and a lot of theft, right? And they're upset that they use that, right, to their benefit.
Listen, the first story was that these guys with badges pulled them out of the car and robbed them. And you know what made when I first heard it, I didn't believe it, because when you're robbed, you're not left with your medals, your iPhones.
Technically, they're telling you the truth. And I think Locklear basically said, holy fuck, they must have cameras there. So that's why he changed his story, because
that's right.
Technically, they were pulled out of the car, and technically they had guns. They must have had guns drawn because they came out with their arms up.
Yeah, I know, but they were obviously being told that they're going to pay for your van.
Yeah, I agree, but
they're not being robbed.
It's a half-truth. They took something that they perpetuated, that they were the fucking negative catalyst for, right? And they spun the story around, which now they're fucked.
Correct.
And Lochte's initial...
Fucked. Can you imagine, you just won a gold medal, you got the world by the ass, and you fuck it all up by being an asshole.
It's not his first time, though, Frank. He's used to this.
No, it's not. But it's, youthful shit. He's done youthful shit. But listen, the American Olympic Committee has been very hard on their athletes. When Michael Phelps was caught with the marijuana and the bong, they punished him good. So I think this is going to be. I think he's going to be banned forever, because I don't give a fuck if he apologizes. It's unjustifiable how narcissistic you are.
Well, and it's a problem.
Your country, your team.
You look at Americans in general. Look at Lance Armstrong. You're right. Look at Michael Phelps. Now look at Ryan Lochte. They all feel like they're entitled to something because they're Olympic gold medalist champions.
But Eric, if they're going to suspend him for life, he's finished anyway. Mm-hmm. They should take away his medals from this Olympiad.
Yeah, but at 32 years old, it's not exactly he's going to win any more medals in any other Olympics.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll take the medal away.
Right, no, they won't do that. But they won't bring him back to Rio. Those two guys who they pulled off the plane are facing 6 months for lying like they did. And Lochte...
They're not going to give him 6 months, but,
They may give him 6 months.
They won't get 6 months. But here's my point.
But Lochte's not coming back.
If I would say he is coming back.
No.
I think he's going to try to exonerate himself. I think he's going to go back.
For what? For peeing in public and he lied to the officials.
Going back.
Big trouble for that.
Because he created a fucking catastrophe.
No, he's not going back. There's no way. Not by the ear, not by...
You know what? I'm not going to fucking go back and forth with you. I'm telling you he's going back. I'm telling you that any fucking lawyer worth his weight for a law degree is going to say go back and make things right, not just for yourself, but for your teammates and your country.
What about that woman from Seattle who was... she was charged with murdering her roommate in Rome. She never went back. There's no...
Fuck, you know what, John? When you fucking talk, you baffle me. We're not talking about murder. We're talking about a mischief here.
That's right. Even a woman who committed murder or was charged with it, and they wanted to extradite her back to Rome.
John, okay.
She never went back. She never went back from Seattle.
John.
Ryan Lochte is not going back.
Okay, John, turn off the volume. Billy, what do you think? Should he go back and apologize?
Yeah, you did say that.
But what do you think? Should he, Bill?
If I was the Olympic Association, the Swimming Federation, I would say you either get your ass back there and apologize, or we're going to do what we can to take your medals away from you in the last Olympics. They have to have leverage to get this smart ass back.